Sawasdee good morning and welcome to Newsline. We're airing live on NBT, Radio Thailand, FM 88 and NBT World. Today is Sunday, August 16th, and I'm Surapal Lautharanarit. Let's start off with Thailand moves forward. In our first story, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha has urged the public to reduce the use of plastic bags and styrofoam as the government declared waste management a national agenda. According to General Prayut, the campaign is aimed at promoting sustainable waste management. 15 shopping centers and convenience stores are participating in the program, which started yesterday. Shoppers will be asked to prepare cloth bags instead of using plastic bags on the 15th day of each month. The Premier added that it would be even better if the public can refrain from using plastic bags or styrofoam containers every day. Retailers joining the campaign include 7-Eleven, Central, The Mall, Foodland, Macro, B2S, Robinson, Big C, Tesco Lotus, and Rangsit Plaza. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha has encouraged the Thai people to submit photographs of the Bike for Mom event for a chance to win trophies from His Royal Highness Crown Prince Maha Vajiralongkorn. In his weekly televised address, Prime Minister Prayut highlighted the significance of the Bike for Mom campaign, saying the Ministry of Interior and Guinness World Records are joining hands to publicize this historical event of Thailand, in which the people come together to demonstrate their love for their mothers. Moreover, the Premier said the Ministry of Culture is running a parallel campaign for public members who are passionate about photography. The campaign will accept photographs of the Bike for Mom event until August 23rd, and entries should convey the Thai people's love, unity, determination, and gratitude to mothers. Winners of the photo contest will be awarded trophies by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Maha Vajiralongkorn. The Metropolitan Police Bureau, or MPB, has asked Bangkok motorists to avoid the route that will be used by the cyclists participating in the Bike for Mom event today. The MPB also urged the participants not to use their cell phones while cycling, citing several recently reported accidents. The Metropolitan Police Division said those who want to take pictures during the race should do so at the resting spots located along the route. The office said vehicle screening will be conducted on Ratchadamnern Road, Pisanulok Road, and at the Royal Plaza, where registration spots have been specified for cyclists. No parking will be allowed at the sites, except for dropping off the participants and their bicycles. The fare of the MRT subway is slashed in half today to commemorate the Bike for Mom event. The Mass Rapid Transit Authority of Thailand, or MRTA, and MRT operator Bangkok Metro Public Company Limited, or BMCL, are offering 50% discount to passengers riding the MRT today from noon to midnight. The move is set to ease traffic congestion during the Bike for Mom event. For more information, passengers may contact the agency at 02-624-5200. The Bike for Mom activity in Bangkok will begin at the Royal Plaza at 3 p.m. and will travel down Sri Ayutthaya Road and Payathai Road before entering Vipavadi Rangsit Road via the Victory Monument and Dindang intersection. The finish line will be located at the 11th Infantry Regiment King's Guard on Pahon Yotin Road. The National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, has resolved not to impeach 248 former MPs over their attempt to change the origin of senators under the 2007 Constitution. NLA members attended an urgent meeting to consider the impeachment of 248 former MPs in accordance with Section 6, Paragraph 2 of the 2014 Interim Constitution and Section 64 of the Organic Act on the Prevention and Suppression of Corruption, 1999. The group was alleged of casting votes in support of an illegitimate move to amend the 2007 Constitution so as to alter the composition of the Senate. The 248 ex-MPs were divided into 3 batches, namely 237 who voted for the Charter Amendment in all 3 readings, 1 who voted in the first and third readings, and 10 who voted in the second and third readings. The NLA members were called out one person at a time to cast their ballot for each group of defendants. In order for the impeachment to be approved, votes must be received from 3/5 or 132 of all the NLA members. After 4 hours of vote counting, all 3 groups of defendants were confirmed to have survived the impeachment motion. The Constitution Drafting Committee, or CDC, has confirmed that the proposed Reform and Reconciliation Committee is not an avenue for people with power to maintain that power into the next government. CDC spokesperson Kamnoon Sithisaman said that the proposal was submitted by Mr. Anek Lautamatat and Mr. Prasan Marukapitak, members of the National Reform Council. He argued that the committee will be established as one of the mechanisms available in preventing future conflicts, not as a way for veteran politicians to maintain power. According to current proposals, the committee will consist of present and former military commanders, former prime ministers, and experts from various fields. The committee will be established to function for 5 years from when the new constitution is in place. Its tenure cannot be renewed. The Ministry of Commerce will meet on China's currency devaluation on August 18th, while looking at the continuing viability of exports to the nation. The announcement was made by Minister of Commerce General Chatchai Sarikanya, who invited the private sector and related units to meet on the matter. The meeting's objectives include analyzing the situation at length and planning export strategies. The export items that would likely feel the most impact are products for projects upstream and midstream. China has been importing these goods from Thailand in large volume. There are items that would later be manufactured into Chinese export goods. General Chatchai said the export sectors of both Thailand and China would benefit from the yuan's depreciation. The private sector has estimated that this year's Thai International Travel Fair, or TITF, will generate around 300 million baht, while expecting the global economic slowdown to cause outbound tourism to drop. The Thai Travel Agents Association, or TTAA, is hosting the TITF Fair between August 13th and 16th at the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. This year's fair features over 600 product booths, attracting over 200,000 visitors, with an estimated 300 million baht in transactions. The TTAA has forecast a slowdown in outbound tourism due to the underperforming global economy. Therefore, the association expects a corresponding increase in domestic tourism. The TTAA forecasts that the number of tourists in Thailand this year will grow by 7 to 10%. The Department of Fisheries is preparing to seek cooperation from foreign counterparts in another bid to crack down on illegal, unreported, and unregulated, or IUU, fishing. According to Deputy Director General of the Department of Fisheries, Waraporn Promphot, The department is drafting an agreement on information exchange, which will soon be used with countries Thailand is importing seafood from, namely Papua New Guinea, the Philippines, Taiwan, China, and South Korea. Dr. Waraporn explained that the information sharing deal was to assure that exports from partner countries were acquired through legal means. It is expected that the move would help prevent the possibility of IUU fishing. Thailand each year imports around 900,000 tons of seafood from 70 countries. Most of the goods are tuna, sardine, and squid. After the plastic bag-free campaign was officially launched yesterday to urge the general public to use fewer plastic bags while shopping, there has been much feedback to this policy of the government. If this campaign is successful, it will reduce 1/10 of waste we generate each day. Kun Suchani Rungmuenporn has the details.
Today is not just any day. This is the day that 15 leading department stores throughout the country will combine forces to help change their customers' behavior by launching various campaigns to their customers to help them stop using plastic bags. The retail giants are doing so in cooperation with Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment.
This is a very good cooperation. All of them, they agree to our ideas to try to motivate the general public to reduce using plastic. That's the first step.
According to the Pollution Control Department, in 2014, Thais generated 26 million tons of waste in a year, which means approximately 70,000 tons a day, 10% of which is plastic bags of foam packaging. This campaign is being launched to try to make a difference in Thailand, particularly among the young. However, the aim is to get all shoppers to move away from the plastic mentality and get back to a bring-your-own reusable bag habit when shopping.
We will encourage people by giving one instant 1 baht discount for every 200 baht purchase. So if people refuse the use of to receive the plastic bag, we will give 1 baht discount.
While Thai consumers are much used to the convenience of today's packaging, many of them now accept that this behavior needs to be changed.
คิดว่าพฤติกรรมการใช้ถุงพลาสติกของคนไทยควรเปลี่ยนไหมคะเปลี่ยนค่ะต้องเปลี่ยนถ้าถามคนไทยก็น่าจะยากใช้ถุงพลาสติกครับเพราะว่ามันสะดวกสบายครับเวลาซื้อคือแบบมาซื้อของเสร็จเขาให้ถุงพลาสติกมาเลยผมคิดว่าถุงผ้าเขาไม่ได้ตอบโจทย์การแก้ปัญหาของการเราใช้ถุงพลาสติกแต่ผมคิดว่าเราอยากจะเปลี่ยนแบบองค์ประกอบของการสร้างถุงพลาสติกแทนเช่นแบบตอนนี้เขาก็มีงานวิจัยว่าการใช้เกล็ดปลาเนี่ยสามารถมาทำเป็นพลาสติกได้ทำไมเราไม่ลองแบบหาวัสดุอย่างอื่นที่ไม่ต้องทำลายธรรมชาติแล้วมาทำแบบทดแทนถุงพลาสติกได้จริงๆดีกว่า
Meanwhile, many manufacturers acknowledge that changing the behavior of consumers is not easy, claiming that both traditional and modern traders should be involved.
I mean, retailer is not only modern trade. It have to be the traditional trade. Street food and all the local as well have to involve.
If this campaign is successful, it could eliminate at least 67 million pieces of plastic trash a day. But that's still not enough because the real challenge is how to make people really care and make sure that we modify our behavior. And that's the solution that we have to find together. And I'm Sushani Rungmuenporn reporting for NBT World.
Khao Kiao Open Zoo in Chonburi Province has introduced its newest member, a 7-month-old koala cub. According to zoo officials, the cub was born to Chiang Muan and Ken, the zoo's resident koala couple. Currently, the cub can be seen clinging to the back of his mother all the time. The officials said although they have decided to put the koala family on show, the koala mom still refuses to let anyone close to her cub. They expected the young koala would start to be more independent at the age of 1, which would allow officials to determine its gender. Koalas are often called bears because they look like teddy bears, but they are actually marsupials. Like other marsupials, the female has a pouch where she carries her baby, called Joey, for several months after birth. And that's the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Before we take a quick break, let's have a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. First among them, to uphold the 3 pillars: the nation, religion, and the monarchy.
How could you do that to me? Stop it! Huh? Don't you get it? I don't need you anymore. Enough! We're through. There's someone else in my life.
Say no to the past. Bring your own bag. Say no to plastic.
This is Thailand at large.
The show which is about to take you to the new experiences with the exciting stories.
With charming fascination. With a touch of Thainess.
Join us on NBT World.
Explore with us and you'll know and love Thailand even more than before.
Multiple perspectives, insightful commentary on Thailand with The Insider every Sunday morning at 10:30 on NBT and NBT World.
Welcome back to Newsline. It's time now for the Rcn and Beyond segment. His Excellency Haji Ismail bin Haji Abdul Manaf, Ambassador of Brunei Darussalam to Thailand, paid a courtesy call on Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha at Government House on the assumption of his post in Bangkok. Deputy spokesman of the Prime Minister's office, Major General Weerachon Sukhontapatipak, gave a briefing on their discussions, saying that General Prayut congratulated the ambassador upon being appointed to his post and affirmed the Thai government's commitment to bolster bilateral cooperation between the two countries. The Prime Minister expressed sincere admiration towards His Majesty the Sultan of Brunei Darussalam for being at the center of his people's hearts and the national administration. General Prayut assured the ambassador of Thailand's readiness to welcome His Majesty the Sultan on his upcoming visit here, following the invitation extended by General Prayut in his recent trip to Brunei. The Thai Ministry of Foreign Affairs received the Deputy Foreign Minister of Vietnam, who was on an official visit to the kingdom to strengthen the two countries' strategic partnership. Vietnamese Deputy Foreign Minister Vu Hong Nam paid a courtesy call on Thai Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs General Thanasak Patimaprakon. The two officials discussed bilateral relations under the existing strategic partnership framework, which is aimed at promoting cooperation in all dimensions in a continuous manner. Among areas of cooperation brought up during the discussion were labor management, eradication of illegal fishing, introduction of a cross-border bus route linking Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam, and development of marine transport between Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Let's take a look at other news from around the globe. Mexico's fire volcano continued its summer of activity during the morning of Saturday, with an eruption spewing smoke and ash into the sky. The volcano has been exhibiting activity since July 9th. Over the last month, nearby villages have been blanketed with thick coats of ash, prompting evacuations. 2 eruptions occurred just 4 days ago. The fire volcano is located in the southwestern Mexican state of Colima. Officially known as the Colima volcano, it was most recently active in January and February of 2015 and is part of the Pacific's Ring of Fire. No evacuations were needed at the time. More than 400 flights were canceled at airports along the U.S. East Coast on Saturday due to a problem with a flight tracking system in the Washington, D.C. area, according to the Federal Aviation Administration. Tens of thousands of passengers were also affected, as several hundreds of flights were delayed up and down the Atlantic coast. There were numerous delays and cancellations at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. One passenger, Kirby Campbell, said she had been forced to cancel her flight and was in danger of missing a friend's wedding. The FAA said that Saturday's problem had nothing to do with an accident or computer hacking. Violence broke out on the Greek island of Kos on Saturday when sailors delivered a carload of water to migrants struggling to get by on limited food and water. The migrants climbed onto the car and scrambled to get the bottles of water, which were piled on the back seat and boot of the car. Some clashed with others in a desperate bid to receive water. One of the sailors said the chaotic scene made him question the work of the authorities dealing with the influx of migrants into Europe. The migrant camp on the island is run by Médecins Sans Frontières, or MSF, at the Captain Elias Hotel. Basic facilities like mattresses and portable toilets are provided, but authorities say they are struggling to keep up with the numbers coming in. Sri Lanka goes to polls on Monday in a general election, with former President Mahinda Rajapaksa trying to mount a serious challenge to return to power 8 months after his stunning upset in the presidential vote. The island nation's 15 million voters will go to the polls to elect the 225-strong parliament. Most seats will be decided in multi-member districts, where voters can pick 3 names from a party list. Results are due on Tuesday, August 18th. The main contest is between Rajapaksa's Sri Lanka Freedom Party, or SLFP, and Premier Ranil Wickremesinghe's United National Party, or UNP, that formed a minority government after Rajapaksa was ousted in January. From the icy waters of Patagonia, some rather lost visitors popped up on the hot northern coast of Brazil. A group of Magellanic penguins, usually found in coastal Argentina, Chile, and the Falkland Islands, rode the wrong waves on their migration to warmer waters, ending up much closer than expected to the equator in the Brazilian state of Bahia. The animals were found in a very weak state and significantly dehydrated. They were rescued and are undergoing rehabilitation at the Institute of Aquatic Mammals in Salvador. According to Joanna Ikeda, veterinarian at the Institute, the penguins are very young and must have confused the route. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. For any comments and suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or simply visit our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. And don't forget to tune in to The Insider today at 10:30 a.m. Deputy Government Spokesperson Major General Veerachon Sukhonthapatipak will continue his discussion with Mr. Harold Link, chairman of BGRIM. And for now, we're going to leave you with 4 capybara cubs receiving their first routine checkups at the San Diego Zoo. I'm Surapat Lautaranarit. Thank you for joining us and have a wonderful day. สวัสดีครับ